Alright, fall of '02. First off, Russia. Army in Bohemia is going to Munich. Army in Galicia is going to Romania. Fleet in Black Sea and Sevastopol will both be supporting, and the fleet in the Gulf of Bothnia will be going to St. Petersburg. And of course it was there at first because I attempted to record first when someone tried to fucking call me while recording this. And that cut off the video. Next, Turkey. Turkey is going to issue a all hold with no support. Bold move, let's see if it pays off. England. Army in Wales is going to Belgium. Okay. The fleet in the English Channel is going to convoy the army in Wales going to Belgium. So he remembered that. Good job. The fleet in the North Sea is going to support that move. And the fleet in Norway is going to just sit around not being issued any orders. So instead of the army of assholes, like we had in the spring, we have the fleet of assholes. Next up, we have Germany. The army in Holland is going to support the North Sea into Belgium. So he's going to support effectively a move that didn't happen, or he's just looking to support the support. One thing I will say, of course, had this been supposed to be supporting the army, this would not have been corrected because as issued it was supporting that fleet in that space. And of course next we have the army in Munich is going to support the army in Silesia. The fleet in Sweden is going to support Denmark going into the Baltic Sea. The fleet in Denmark is going into the Baltic Sea. Now as you can see, that water around Denmark is boxed in with Denmark, so it is adjacent to the Baltic Sea, is not a separate body of water that you'd have to go through. The army in Silesia is going to support the army in Munich. And last we have Italy. The army in Tyrolia is going to move into Piedmont. The army in Venice is going to Rome. The fleet in Apulia is going to Naples. And the fleet in the Ionian Sea is going to Tunis. And I did not receive anything from Austria or France. So let's go ahead and solve the conflicts. Starting in the west, we have the conflict here. At Belgium, we have a unit strength of 2 with that fleet supporting in that unit versus 1, as there are no supports to this unit. So this will be forcibly retreated as England takes Belgium, which is important leading into the fall. Now, Ruhr and Burgundy will be your only 2 options at this time. So France, that will be what happens next as far as retreating. Next, this goes off without a hitch. Germany takes the Baltic Sea. Next off, we have this double support with this attack on Munich, as Munich and Silesia were supporting each other. Their support to Silesia would have been cut off, but Silesia, not being opposed by anything, supporting Munich, will bounce him right back to Bohemia. And last, we have down here this mess. Not so much of a mess. So we have no support orders here. So we have Sevastopol and Black Sea's support being enough to give the 3-1. And as there is, technically there could be a potential. Ukraine was unoccupied, as was Serbia. So we will need a retreat from Austria, with Ukraine and Serbia being your legal avenues of retreat, considering adjacency. All right. Once I have retreats, I will let you all know how many units you have or how many you may have to disband. Thank you again. Happy stabbing.